Hello, it's Sunday the 27th of August. We're about to head through to Knockhill in Fife for the SuperTruck event. So, quick cold start, and then I'll see you at Knockhill. That's us arrived here at Knockhill, 10 o'clock, nice easy drive. Wee bit of rain on, it should be fine. The weather forecast says it's going to dry up later. Perfect. Walking up from the car park to the main SuperTruck event, it was nice to see some juniors on track getting some practice in the karts. They run all levels of karting at Knockhill, and they were doing 10-minute taster sessions for £15 during SuperTruck. Absolutely fantastic value to get some track time. Us Alliance Group were at SuperTruck. They had some nice trucks on display, and they had a couple of single-seater cars in the garage and were doing laps for those. They had wet weather tyres on. They obviously knew something we didn't on arrival. Truck Plant Services of Paisley were here at Knockhill today with their Peterbilt Show Truck. Just look at the standard of the chrome work on this, and the flames round the Peterbilt logo on the sides. An absolutely fantastic machine to behold, and the guys should be proud of themselves for maintaining this truck. The engine bay itself is super well presented. Every single clip, every single hose, every single gasket, nut and bolt is finished to a really, really high standard. Go round the other side in a wee minute and you'll see the size of the large single scroll turbocharger that's fitted to this. It is absolutely massive, and the turbo's been running that hot at times that the zircon coating has started coming off. I'm sure the guys at Truck Plant Services will get that removed at some point and recoated just to keep it in line with the presentation of the rest of the truck. There was also lots of other things to look at SuperTruck, including this collection of track optimised Fiesta STs. Great fun. Look at the outstanding paint job on this show truck, all airbrushed by hand, and what a sight to behold. I can't even imagine the hours that went into creating this. What a credit to John Templeton who owns it. Billy Bowie had a big presence here at Knockhill today. Here is one of their more modern trucks, and they also had some of their heritage fleet at Knockhill today. It's great to see some of the older vehicles still getting displayed and on show. These are things you just don't see in the road anymore. What a thing to behold. Look at that. From Stuart in Ayrshire when phone numbers had 4 digits. Brilliant. The next vehicle we looked at SuperTruck today was the Leyland Reaver. It's owned, maintained and presented today by the Ailsa Machinery Group from Glasgow. Another vintage vehicle presented in outstanding quality. Here's the famous Disney Cars truck now. Look at the quality of the airbrushing on this vehicle. Absolutely outstanding. And then we'll go round the front in a wee second. You can have a look at the work that's been done there. What an outstanding vehicle, and great fun for the kids to see as well. Look at that. Look at the work that's went into creating that effect. Cracking number plate as well. And at the back of the truck, we've got the full cars in a diorama style on the back. And even the details, even the small details are fantastic. And I especially like the lights in the back of this lorry as well. Absolutely cracking custom install of LEDs on this. For Doc Hudson, a total credit to the owner. Some top quality tyre painting here and another amazing LED light cluster install, and then the custom exhaust work in this truck as well. Check that out. Absolute amazing fabrication going on there. This is inside the Knockhill Paddock Cafe and Bar. After the rush is gone, still pretty busy fair enough, and they're serving breakfast. All that for £9 with a free hot drink. Great value for money. Police Scotland had a great presence at Knockhill here today. The bikes, the cars, they had a camera van on site as well. I'm going to show you the address on the side of the van if you decide to complain about a speeding ticket. But in all seriousness, the guys in the van allowed me in to do a bit of filming, very kind of them. Had to agree for obvious reasons not to show their faces, which was fine. I can confirm they have hot beverage facilities on the van, and they told me the camera's got a 600-yard all-weather field of vision, so be warned, they will see you before you see them in most cases. Use Waze, guys, that's my advice. Use Waze. There's lots of old vintage rally cars on display at Knockhill over the weekend as well. We've got this Ford Escort dating back for the late 70s. Wee broken wing mirror glass, what a shame, but easy to replace anyway. And this car, it was presented in immaculate condition. It's obviously had a full shell up refurbishment at some point. Wow, I mean, just look at that stunning car, stunning piece of history there. Then on this trailer, we've got a Hillman Avenger rally car. Don't see many of these about, especially this original livery. Look at that, it's a fantastic looking piece of kit. Very, very rare. Look at the back as well. I love the design of the lights, the back of these cars. Look at that, absolutely outstanding. What a thing to behold. And then next up we've got a Fiat 131. This is an Abarth tuned rally version. Again, this is an extremely rare car. You don't see many of these days. And actually, this car was one of Walter Rawls' cars. I've done a wee bit of research, and Walter Roll actually won the 1980 San Remo rally in this car, so absolutely fantastic to see. And then at the very back, last but definitely not least, we've got a Lotus Cortina in the original colour scheme. I'm so glad they've not plastered this up with lots and lots of livery. The original colour of this is just outstanding, and my absolute favourite rear light cluster of any car on the planet. Look at this, so distinctive. You know, the kind of tri-light design, absolute classic. What a thing to see in the flesh. Look at that collection, priceless. Something a little bit more modern here as well. We've got a Honda Civic Type R that's been track prepared. It's got track pads, track discs. It obviously leads a hard life given the state alloys. A wee quick look inside it here. Nice red bucket seats. Fantastic looking car. Come round the back, they're following the Nürburgring rules here with the overtake plate, and really nice diffuser at the back, and a little vortex generator fitted across the top of the back window. Here we have the Knockhill track prepared BMW M4. Now, I've seen this car a few times before. It leads a really hard life. It's driven real hard on track, and have a look at this Akapovich exhaust. The carbon exhaust covers are completely delaminated on both sides. There's a wee warning for anybody buying one of these super expensive exhausts and running their car hard. It's not stood up to it really well, and I did notice the last time I was at Knockhill the exhaust was looking shabby, but this time it's a lot worse. Maybe Akapovich will send them a couple of free new carbon fibre exhaust caps. But what a lovely car, stunning, and what an experience it would be to drive that on track here with some instruction. Nice carbon mirror caps here. Interestingly, using Ferrado DS brake pads and C-hook discs for full track optimisation. This was an interesting truck at the show. It's the Skyfall lorry. It has the main characters from the film all airbrushed on it. Round at this side we have Javier Bardem, who played Raul Silva in the film. And then if we work our way around, got some nice stag details airbrushed at the kind of sides, left and right. See one here. And then if you look up, there's Judi Dench, who played M on the side of the lorry here. Fantastic quality airbrushing in this one. And then if we work our way round to the back of the truck, we'll zoom in a wee bit. Then we've got Daniel Craig, we've got Ben Whishaw, we've got Naomi Harris, and we've got Bernice Mario all on the back of the lorry as well, with the Skyfall mansion. Here's some of the resident cars that appear to live at Knockhill. This is Sam Corsten's little track car. It's had the front wing replaced. Looks as if it's a few contacts here in the rear quarter panel. Alloys are a bit scuffed up. It's very obviously a well used track car. Probably done hundreds and hundreds of laps of the circuit here. Nice towing eyes installed in the back there. And then if we move over to the car next to it, we've got a fully track optimised Mini. It's got a spoiler in the style of the Mini GP spoiler. It's well liveried up as well. Again, wheels are scuffed, there's a few body contact points. These are well used, hard driven cars, driven on track for what they were intended for. Fantastic to see cars getting used like this on a daily basis at such a well-known track. Absolutely amazing. I managed to get some better footage as well of the Alliance Asset Group's single seater with the wet weather tyres on it. Fantastic wee car. I think it's a Formula 3, I'm not too sure, but a couple of these cars were out on track and they're certainly punching in really quick, fast laps. Amazing machines, sound amazing when they're running as well. Here's one of the trucks of the show giving us some revs. You see when he puts his foot down here, he's rolling a bit of coal. I don't think he'd do too well on an emissions test, but the noise and the power of these trucks is absolutely phenomenal. Check that out. The Legend Celtic Cup cars were here today as well. These cars are driven hard. The mechanics bring large fans to keep them cool between laps. Quite a lot of activity in this garage today. The cars are fantastic. They've got a great power to weight ratio, fantastic suspension and braking systems. Really entertaining to watch these cars on track. They do their own individual event days. I would advise heading along and seeing them in action. Amazing little cars. Here we've got Ben Collins hiding in the corner, the white Stig. Doesn't seem to be very active today. He must just be sitting there mulling over a couple of kart laps later on in the day. And here we have one of the stars of the show. This is the McRae Memorial Truck. It's a truck that was done to commemorate Colin McRae, and here is the legend itself. It's L555 BAT. It's Colin McRae's 1995 WRC winning car. What an amazing thing to see in person. Such a historical car, one of the most famous rally cars in history, and you can tell it was one of Colin's actual cars. Colin had a habit of bending the brake pedal in his car a little bit just to facilitate heel and toe driving a little bit easier, and this car has got that modification done by Colin himself. It's still owned by the family. There's a fantastic video I'm going to link in the description of Chris Harris actually driving this car. Quite emotional to see this car in the flesh. I can think back to when I was a kid back in the 1990s and seeing that car winning the rally at the time. Absolutely stunning to see it in person. There's a wee close up just to the McRae truck. It's a really special thing, and it's a real tribute to Colin's family as well. They're bringing these things along and making them accessible to the general public, and there's a lot to be said for that. This car occasionally does get shown down at ProDrive in England as well. It's a big part of their history, and this was when ProDrive really started getting taken seriously as a rally car preparer and tuning shop. Just look at some of the details in this car. The gold alloys and the blue livery would go on to become Subaru classics for years to come afterwards. At this point, they started up the car. I had to get aside because the microphone, it was so loud, the microphone couldn't pick it up properly. So this is L555 BAT running in the garage. At the moment I'm 50-60 yards away and just listen to the noise of that. It's a phenomenal car. What a thing to hear running. This is the McRae Memorial Truck leaving the paddock to head down to the track. It's going to lead a parade of the trucks round the track. It's actually the final parade of the weekend in the Sunday afternoon here. And I couldn't use a lot of the original audio from the day. There was just so much commercial music getting played through the tannoy system. Any video uploaded with that would get hit with an automatic copyright ban. This is the Knockhill scrutineering bay. It sounds like there's a lot of activity going on inside it at the moment, but there's nothing getting scrutineered, so I wonder what that activity could be. Let's go and take a look. So this is the inside of the scrutineering bay. This is just a photo. There's lots of kids in here just now. They're doing pictures. There's prizes for the best picture. They're getting free balloons. There's free face painting. All laid on by Knockhill for all the kids attending the weekend's event. So included in the price of your ticket, the kids could get an hour, couple of hours entertainment in the scrutineering bay. Absolutely amazing. This is a great example of how it should be at motorsports events, and here's the wall with the drawings that kids have done throughout the SuperTruck event, and every one of these drawings represents a kid sat down for about half an hour colouring these in. That's an amazing thing to see. Look at all those drawings on the wall. And you know what they say, happy kids, happy parents, what a great day out. And here's the McRae Memorial truck leading the trucks back off the racetrack after the final Sunday afternoon parade for this year. I'll just let you listen to the trucks coming off and they'll give a wee blast of their horns as they're leaving the track. So that's nearly all the trucks off the track for another year. This is the Killie Pie delivery lorry. It's actually one of Billy Bowie's with a Kilmarnock Football Club livery, and that's a good fun thing to see here. And then that's us get the last two trucks leave the track. So that's the SuperTruck track parade over for another year. And well done to everybody who brought a truck. The preparation time involved in getting these things ready is not to be underestimated. Well done, thanks guys. So here now we've got a bit of single seater action. Listen to that. And this is the tyres just getting warmed up. It's a bit of a colder day today. There's been a bit of water on the track. We're running wet weather tyres. So one more pass. That's 2 laps to heat the tyres up. Next time he passes we'll start the timer. How quick are these single seaters going? Start the timer when it hits the left of the screen. Bang, that's the timer running. So you'll hear the car disappearing. It's already went under the Beatson Bridge. It's going round the right hand turn at the top of the track. You'll hear it coming back round and we'll stop the timer when it hits the left of the frame again. I'll give you a timing there. You can slowly hear it coming back round. We're definitely no hanging about these single seaters today. A wee bit louder. Yeah, won't be too long now before it comes into view bottom of the corner. That's him just about to hit the hairpin. Hard on the brakes and then wide open throttle up to the top. Let's go. And that was 54 seconds for a lap there. And possibly a bit of a sloppy gear change, but we'll overlook that for the time being. So it's getting late in the day. I think we'll call the video there. Thanks very much for watching, and if you're considering a family day out, have a wee look at the Knockhill website. There's always some really great stuff going on, very family orientated and great values for money. Thanks for watching.